Hey friends, hey Jonathan. Now that Dune Part 2 is out in theaters, I thought it'd be the perfect time to make a video about the first Dune movie to answer the age-old question. Why is Dune so based? To answer this question, we're gonna have to dive deep into three areas. Based on, based what, and based why. And to those of you who don't know what based means, it is defined as the opposite of cringe. So, good, basically. First, based on. Dune the movie is based on Dune the book. Wow. The book was written by Frank Herbert, a freelance writer who was faithfully assigned to write a magazine article on sand dunes in Florence, Oregon, which sparked his fascination for ecology, deserts, and desert cultures. Along with Herbert's many other interests, like psilocybin and mushrooms, the dystopian narrative of Dune was beginning to take shape in Herbert's mind. And in 1965, Dune was published. It went on to win the inaugural Nebula Award for Best Novel in 1966, and is one of the world's best-selling science fiction novels of all time. Without Dune, franchises like Mad Max, Alien, and Star Wars would not exist. I think this is fascinating. I didn't know the cultural impact of Dune was so large, and as someone who's in the early stages of writing a book, I hope that it can also help and inspire people like Dune did. So that's how Dune the book came into existence, and it later served as inspiration for the movie adaptation, also titled Dune. But what is Dune actually about? Second, based what? Much like the books, novels, comics, and games, there are a lot of films and shows about Dune, but we will be focusing on the 2021 film as that's the only one that I've watched. Dune follows the story of a promising young man named Paul Atreides. He comes from a powerful and respected family line and is destined to change the world forever. Paul's seemingly peaceful life is upended when the Emperor orders House Atreides to rule the planet Arrakis, known for its immensely valuable resource of spice, which is said to extend human youth, vitality, and lifespan, while also allowing for safer interstellar travel. However, undertaking rulership of Arrakis will be no small feat, as House Atreides must learn to befriend the planet's indigenous Fremen people and learn the ways of the desert, while keeping their long-standing adversaries, House Harkonnen, at bay. Blood is shed, betrayals are had, goodbyes are encountered. Some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends. Now, there are a lot of characters in this film, and they all have something going on. So instead of explaining all their backstories one by one, I thought I could do a tier list. So here's a tier list of Dune characters I could take in a fight. First off, we have Rabban, very big guy, really good fighter, really good with a sword. I could take him. Next up, we have Dr. Yue, everyone's favorite character from the first Dune movie. He's got a gun. He's a crafty one. He could be sneaky and poison my tea or something. But I could take him. Next up, Duncan Idaho, a very big guy, very good fighter. He's also Aquaman. I could take him. Next up, we have Lady Jessica. She's a Bene Gesserit. She's got mind control powers. She's a really good fighter. Nevertheless, I could take her. Paul Atreides. Same thing. Bene Gesserit, good fighter, mind control abilities, is the main character of the movie. I could take him. Next up, we have my desert, my Arrakis, my Dune. He can float to the ceiling. He likes bathing. Easy pickings, if you ask me. Next up, we have Stilgar. Years of experience in leading warriors to battle. Is probably a master tactician and fighter. I could take him. Gurney Halleck. Once again, master tactician, our army general or something. I could take him. We have Thufir, I think is his name. He can do that thing where he rolls his eyes and it becomes white. Pretty scary, but all things considered, I could take him. We have the Reverend Mother Lady. Her name's Gaius, I believe. Gaius? Mind control, has a pretty cool outfit, I could take her. We have my good friend Jamis. Beautiful blue eyes, really passionate about his craft. Unfortunately though, I could take him. This is going well so far. Next up, we have Kynes. She helped Paul and Jessica escape that one place, the siege, I think. Pretty good person. Nevertheless, I could take her. Oh, this guy. Yeah. Shai Hulud, the desert monster, sandworm, great mythical creature of immense power. I could take him. Leto Atreides, kind man. I loved him in the movie. So sad to see what happened to him. Really good beard. I liked him. I liked the way he carried himself. All that being said, I could take him. We have the desert mouse. Yeah. And Zendaya. I could take her. Dune is basically like the futuristic space version of Game of Thrones. It's full of political drama, intricate world building, mythical creatures, and tons of action. Dune won 6 Oscars and was the 9th highest grossing film of 2021. It's one of the best sci-fi films I've ever watched and is incredibly based. Which then begs the question, why is it based? Third, based, why? Dune excels in a lot of filmmaking areas, which is what makes it as great as it is. We can see from the awards that they've won that Dune excels in the areas of cinematography, editing, score, visual effects, production design, and sound. And I personally feel that the acting was exceptional as well. Everyone in this film takes their roles seriously and are fully immersed in their characters, which then makes the audience immersed as well. The performances in this movie were amazing, but personally, the standout performances for me were from Javier Bardem, Babs Alusan-Makun, Jason Momoa, Stellan Skarsgård, Josh Brolin, Timothée Chalamet, and my personal favorite, Rebecca Ferguson. She killed it in this role. She was so immersed in her character and the story, and the amount of deliberate vulnerability that she unashamedly displayed was inspiring and impressive. Give her more shiny trophies. Give everyone in this film shiny trophies. Give me a shiny trophy. There were some really creative editing choices in this movie that I absolutely loved, like how deliberately quiet the siege ambush sequence was, and the overall well-paced editing of the film. Cinematography-wise, I don't even know how they shot this film the way that they did. Everything just looks good and carefully thought out, and the framing is clean and precise. This film was shot in the deserts of Jordan and the United Arab Emirates, so we get to really see the authentic desert power up close. And we love desert power around here.
Desert power.
The visual effects are enjoyable as well. All the futuristic tech is very creative, and the production design of this movie is equally as impressive, with the still suits not only being cool looking, but practical and useful as well. Let's be honest though, when you think of Dune, you think of its musical score. It is a given now that if a story takes place in space, it is bound to have a great musical score. That's just the rules. Whether it's the uplifting and adventurous tune of Star Wars, the epic and heavy-feeling soundtrack of The Mandalorian, or the haunting and alien score of Dune, if it's in space, it's guaranteed to have an incredible score. And Dune's is really unique. It sounds so otherworldly and hauntingly beautiful. You've got to give it to the composers. They cooked on this one. The music has spiritual and religious undertones. It sounds divine and messianic in nature. We get a sense of the dystopianness and grunginess of the world of Dune just by its musical score. And combined with all the other areas that this movie already excels in, it's no wonder Dune is as good as it is. From its rich source material to its fascinating dystopian sci-fi narrative to its well-crafted filmmaking elements, Dune is unequivocally based. The second movie is out in theaters, and I have high hopes that it'll be just as, or even more based than the first one. Hope you enjoyed this video, Jonathan. Thank you for watching, my friends. I hope this video brought a smile to your face, and I hope you have a wonderful day.